Now we're joined in the studio. She's there, almost with her feet up, because she's familiar with the place. Peppi Daly, who availed of the EU Cross Border Directive scheme. What's that? Peppi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Declan.
Thanks for coming in. How's Newcastle?
Great, yeah.
Good.
It's expanding a little bit gradually.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that's the way of it. People need somewhere to live.
You like the village feel, do you?
Yes, I do, very much so.
Right, but here you are, because you ran into difficulty with the back injury. Tell us where all that began.
Yeah, well, it was nearly 3 years ago I started to get pain in my back. And it turned out that it was a protruding disc, which was putting pressure on a nerve, and that was causing the pain in my lower back, down my leg, and into my foot.
Oh gosh, so it wasn't just isolated to where the protruding disc was.
It was sciatic pain
in my leg. And the sciatic nerve, I think, goes all the way down through your leg, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's extremely painful, or can be, and it was for me. So I had various procedures, injections and whatever, that gave me some relief, but then the pain would come back again. And last June I was put on a waiting list for another procedure, a 14-month waiting list for another procedure, which wouldn't have resolved the issue, might have given me some relief from the pain.
So 14 months of a wait in pain for something that might give you some relief.
Yes.
Right, okay.
I might not. So it was around October, November time last year, and I was just totally fed up with the whole situation. Not being able to walk properly, I was using a walking stick, and I was bent over with the pain. I was on very strong meds, but they only partially relieved the pain. So I had heard about this EU Cross Border Directive, and I Googled it, and I came up with the name of a company, Healthcare Abroad. So I contacted them, and they did all the arranging for me to have surgery in Spain.
Right, and is their competence different than Ireland, going to Spain?
Yes, they pick the best hospitals with the best surgeons.
And this is in conjunction with HSE?
Yes, you pay for you have to pay for the for all the hospital costs up front, but they are reimbursed by the HSE. And the company Healthcare Abroad look after all of that for you. They make all the arrangements, all your hospital appointments.
So we're transferring a lot of what we do in Ireland over to Spain, basically.
Yeah.
There are some costs that you have to do your own travel, I suppose.
Yes, you pay for your own flight and you pay for the hotel.
Right. But the medical costs are HSE funded eventually.
Eventually, yes. And a lot of people, the credit union are involved as well. They will give loans to cover the cost if you need that. And then when the HSE reimburse the credit union for the medical costs.
Right, okay, so it seems good. Is it similar to kids going to the north for different procedures?
Yes, it's similar, but I think some of the procedures in the north, they're not fully refundable.
Right, I know people go to the north for their eyes.
Yes, they do, that's a big one.
Or something, whatever it might be, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we have this cross-border arrangement.
Yes, so what your GP is doing is they're referring you to a hospital in Spain rather than a hospital here.
Right. And what was the difference of the procedure that you went through in Spain rather than over here?
Well, it possibly would have been the same eventually, but the difference was that I didn't have to wait until all the other procedures didn't work, and then basically the surgeon here was trying to avoid surgery, so trying out other procedures before making the decision to ultimately have surgery. But the whole thing was taking too long, because you're going like that. I was on a 14-month waiting list for a procedure. It just the surgeon in Spain, he looks at all your MRIs, all your scans, and then they do tests over there as well. And then he just said, right, we'll do a decompression surgery.
Right. Did they inform you of things that, might go wrong in this, or it mightn't work?
Well, yes. I mean, there's no guarantee. But fortunately for me, it did work. As soon as I woke up from the anaesthetic, the pain had gone. Instantly.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And I felt very safe with the surgeon, and he was able to answer any question. He spoke perfect English, but they also have translators in the healthcare abroad, have translators there if there's an issue with the language. But he spoke perfectly good English, explained the whole procedure to me, and was available then afterwards as well.
Right, but Spain and Ireland both in the EU, does that help?
Yes, yes, you can be referred to any country in the EU.
Right, because you hear stories about people going to countries that are not in the EU.
Yes,
and you don't know what the story is, and people here have to pick up the pieces afterwards.
Yes.
But this is all incorporated.
Yes, well, healthcare abroad pick the best hospitals and the best surgeons. Or they will have the best surgeons. So there is no issue with, well, like I said, nothing is ever guaranteed with surgery, but they're there and available afterwards. And also you can be treated here after your surgery in the EU, yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. I wonder why we're not all doing it. But anyway, what's the waiting list like for Spain and other countries?
What's
the waiting list? Yeah.
I don't know, but I know Spain is third in Europe for healthcare. Ireland is a little bit further down.
Yeah.
At about 80.
Even though we put in more money, I suppose.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I think there's a lot of admin involved, paperwork. I know from going for appointments here for various different things, there's always a lot of paperwork. There's no paperwork in Spain. It's all computerized. I flew over on a Sunday. On the Monday, I had tests, blood tests, ECG, and X-rays. And it's all computerized, and it goes straight to the surgeon. So then when you meet the surgeon later in the day, he has all the results there.
Gosh, yeah.
And
it seems so simple in a computerized world, doesn't it?
Yes, well, when it works, sometimes there are a few glitches. But I mean, I can't recommend healthcare abroad enough. They were, like I said, they look after everything, all your appointments. They take you to the hospital. They pick you up at the airport, bring you to the hotel, check you in, bring your bags to your room.
Get the operation.
They arrange all the appointments.
And then the HSE look after the bill.
Yes.
Brilliant. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I can stand up straight now. I don't have to use a walking stick. I have some pain at where the surgery took place, but I'm taking anti-inflammatories, and I'm weaning myself off the very strong drugs that I was on, which is brilliant. And a lot of people have said to me that I look different because there's no pain in my face. People say, you can tell when somebody's in pain. And I'm just looking forward now. It does take a few months to get back to normal, but I'm looking forward to being able to go on long walks. And
the prognosis is?
6 months, and it should be fairly much back to normal.
Fair play to you.
Yeah. You just have to make sure to move around, not stay in the same position all the time, like I am now. But yes, I would definitely recommend healthcare abroad.
Very good.
And they explain the whole process to you and look after you from the minute you arrive until they bring you back to the airport, and afterwards as well.
That'd be great to see you mobile
Declan.
And agile and on the way.
Yeah.
So well done for...
Yes, definitely.
For what you
I would definitely advise people to look it up. Hip, sneeze, whatever.
Peppi Daly in Newcastle. You're in County Wicklow. Thanks, Peppi. Good morning to you. Thank you.
Thanks.